Welcome everyone to episode 7 of the Gamers Dome WWE Supercard series. So, let's go ahead and start with something that has me extremely surprised right now. Now, yesterday I jumped into a WrestleMania King of the Ring, and I did so by attempting to get as low as possible while still being in WrestleMania. So, basically, I barely scooted in there. I tried to have kind of as weak of a bench as possible. Well, you can see the result right there. That's 17-3 thus far, which is a little shocking. If we look at the standings, we will see that I am in second place. Of my 3 losses, 2 of them, obviously, have come to number 1, because he hasn't lost to anyone, and the other one came to number 3. So outside of that, we are definitely, I would say, overperforming so far. Really, actually overperforming. So, but what I want to do here today, and we are going to do 100 picks. Yes, you heard me. 100 picks. Actually, it's 102. We're going to do 102 picks. But, oh man, have I got a special treat for you. And by special treat, I mean, Scott, why are you doing this to us? It came to my attention last night during my one of my Twitch broadcasts that a lot of people do not seem to understand how the pick system works. They believe that there is some internal counter which is counting the number of board resets until you get your card. And I am here to tell you that is not correct. That is just not how it works. So Scott, how does it work? Well, mathematics, boys and girls. This uses something which is known as an RNG, or a random number generator. And this is how things like this have worked as long as gaming has used similar systems. The way a random number generator works is a computer using various criteria will all of a sudden generate a number. And based on what that number is, certain things happen. So there's basically 3 RNG events that happen. Let's go to the board here first. So we have a partial board here. The first RNG event happens when a new board is created. There's 25 slots. For every slot, essentially, it's going to choose a number 1 to 25. Now, let me make something very clear at the onset of this. The math that I'm giving you in this is very, very simplified math. There is, I'm not trying to make it as complex as it really is, because the actual programming on it is more complex. I'm trying to keep it very simple for everyone so that you understand. My second disclaimer is that when we get to some of these numbers, these are not correct numbers. I am not telling you that these numbers and all of these percentages are right. I am simply giving you an idea as to how the system actually works. Cat Daddy knows the numbers. I don't. But I can tell you how they get to them. So, the first RNG, like I said, is 1 to 25, and everything's even. It can be any one of those 25 cards. There's an even chance for all of them. The third RNG that happens, see, step 1 is steal underpants, step 3 is profit. We'll get to step 2 in a minute. Step 3 is when you choose a card, it determines, based on the rarity it has chosen, it will choose a card within that rarity. And that is also even. So if there are 30 superstars, 5 divas, and 15 supports for a total of 50 cards, then every one of those cards has a 1 in 50 chance. None of them are weighted up or down. That we know for a fact from Cat Daddy. They have said that. So you have every bit of chance of getting a John Cena as you do of getting a ladder. Now, the misconception I hear so often is things like in King of the Ring, or not King of the Ring, like Road to Glory, etc. What happens if I pull this? Does it reset my counter? No, it does not. And we're going to show you. I've presented a slideshow. Welcome to the slideshow, boys and girls. Now again, my full disclaimer, these are not the actual Cat Daddy numbers. I do not have the Cat Daddy numbers. I wish I did, because I would love to give a better presentation. But I'm going to show you about how it works. So we're going to start at the SR level. You'll notice that the total numbers, and this is essentially what it's doing, is it's going to choose a number from 1 to 200. 199 of those numbers are going to get you either a rare or a boost card. And I'm just kind of lumping them together because most people don't really care. And rares and boosts seem to come out at similar ratios. Like the rares maybe a little bit less than the boosts, but for the most part, they're both high numbers. So like really that 199 might be broken down into two other numbers, but nobody's excited when they get a rare or a boost. You're excited when you get a tier card. So that's what we're getting to. So in SR, there might be 200 numbers. 199 of them get you a rare boost. 1 gets you an SR. That's going to give you a 99.5% chance of getting crap and a 0.5% chance of getting the super rare that you want. Now, you move up a tier. Now, it's going to add another 100 to the total numbers they can choose. So now it's going to choose a number from 1 to 300, but 2 of those numbers are going to get you a super rare because that number went up as well. So you'll see that our 0.5% has now gone to 0.67%. We continue to SR Plus, where again you will notice that the total number of chances has gone up to 400. Now, again, the actual programming of this is considerably more complex. I'm just trying to simplify this. So we know we're picking from 400 numbers, but 3 of them are going to get us a super rare. So now we're at 0.75%. So when they say that SR to SR plus to SR plus plus gives you a better chance, that's basically how it's going to work. Is it a hugely better chance? No, but it is a better chance. Now, when we start to jump tiers, now this is always after you get your freebie. The first one after you get into a new tier is your freebie, and these numbers do not apply to that. It applies to everything after your freebie. So we get to ultras. Well, now we have to start putting ultras into the mix. So we're going to add another 100, and we're going to give the super rares 1 more, and we're going to give 1 to the ultra rares. So now you've got a 0.8% chance of pulling a super and a 0.2 of pulling an ultra. You're always going to want your top tier to be the hardest, and then moving down from there. So you'll notice that also your chance of getting a rare or a boost every time is going down, but it's going down very slowly, at a very reduced pace. Continuing, you have Ultra Rare Plus. I'm just going to kind of go through this, and if anyone feels like looking at my numbers, you can always hit the pause button. Ultra Rare Plus. So you can see those numbers are starting to go up. As we move into Epic, okay, this is an even smaller chance. Where before we had, let's say, a 0.2 of getting an ultra rare. We're now at a 0.13, because as you get higher into the tiers, they want you to have more pulls to get to what you're looking for. It shouldn't be easy. Like In the WrestleMania tier, you shouldn't have the same chance of pulling a WrestleMania card that you would have of pulling a super rare in the super rare tier. So it's going to get harder as you go up. Epic Plus, Epic Plus Plus. Moving on to Legend, now you're looking at 0.09. I mean, these are getting very slim. Actually, and we've actually jumped up one there. I've kind of jumped ahead there. Sorry. Whoops. I have the slides wrong. Fail. Absolute fail. Okay. So, I can't get this right today. You'll have one chance out of 1,100 now to get a Legend, 0.09. And this is where people start to really complain. They're like, oh my God, I've done so many pulls and I'm not getting a Legend. Well, that's because for every board clear, you have a 0.09% chance of getting it. So when you choose that 1 out of 25 here on the board, it's actually this way. When you choose that 1 out of 25 and you get the right one, it's going to choose a number. And if it's 1,100 numbers, if it chooses 1, then you get your Legend. If it chooses something else, you're not going to. So this is why it starts to get a little bit more difficult here as you're going up. We've actually kind of jacked this a little bit here, I believe. Sorry. Technical difficulties on the fly. Gotta love those. We're like, let's get this correct, Scott. So there we go. Now, as you can see, is at Legend Plus, your odds are getting better. And you're noticing your odds of everything else are getting better. That's why as you're getting higher, you're going to pull more supers, more ultras, more epics, because they're still weighting those in, but they're putting more numbers in overall. But you will notice that the rare boost chance is going down consistently. Legend Plus, still there. Now as you move into Survivor, dear God, 0.07% chance. And this is what's important to note. Every single board clear, every time that you pull the special card, is a brand new instance. It doesn't look at the last one. It doesn't look at the last 100. It doesn't look at the last 1,000. It doesn't care about any of that. It's just looking at that one. Now, every once in a while, you're going to hit your 0.07. Like, it uses something known as the law of large numbers, in that it may not work out over 10 polls or 100 polls or 1,000 polls, but over 1,000,000 polls, it's going to give out the ratio that it wants to give out. So that's why some people have really bad luck and really good luck. It evens out overall. It's kind of like in a casino, a slot machine. Like, some people win, a lot of people lose. It's the law of large numbers. Go to Survivor Plus. Okay, now we have a better chance. Survivor Plus Plus. Okay, well, you're getting up there. Your chances of getting those survivors are going to get better. Getting to WrestleMania, oh my God, 0.06? That's insane. Like, how many freaking polls is that? Let me tell you, that's a lot of polls. Now, again, those are not real numbers. I don't know the real numbers, but these are just guesstimates. They may be close. I don't know. Probably not. Actually, sadly, the numbers are probably worse than this, but this is just giving you an idea. And now, finally, I only went to WrestleMania Plus. But you'll notice now, at this point, our rare boost chance has gone down to 96.83, which means that 3.17% of the time, or roughly about 1 in 30 or so, you're going to get something that's not a rare boost. Might be a super rare, ultra rare, epic. And again, these numbers may be wrong. It may be more often, and maybe the super rares are more weighted. Maybe they're putting more numbers behind the super rares or less numbers behind other things. But This is just giving you a very simple explanation as to how this works. Now that I've bored the crap out of you, if you're still here, we're going to go do our 100 picks now. So, let us hope that the numbers are ever in our favor. Nope. Nope. And I personally seem to have a good time of leaving the last one out there. Oh, see, there's a Rusev. No, not so good for us there. Let's keep trying. This is why you always pull off the WrestleMania board. I pulled these from Road to Glory, stocked them up, and now I'm pulling them all at WrestleMania. So I have the best chance. Nope. 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 Come on. Summer Rae, no. Come on, give me something good. Uncommon. Swagger. Boo. More boos. We want to pull something good out of this. Now, depending on how close my numbers are, I'm very likely to not. On average, it's going to take you 12 to 13 pulls to pull your rare, because that's basically your median odds. So out of 102, I'm likely to pull about 8 or 9 special cards. And we can count. We've already, well, the first one was kind of half off. So probably about 9. And we'll count them. Oh, card limit. There is that whole card limit thing, which is kind of a problem. So we're just going to kind of finish training our Roman here. There we go. And now Dean. Actually, yeah, let's do... No, I don't want to do Dean. Screw this. I got the bad guy. I want to get him up. I did Roman very specifically because he's part of a tag team right now that I've got in my King of the Ring, which is kind of important. Okay, let's go eat all these rares because we get too many of them. Which, by the way, I feel like it should tell you, like when you go to eat something, it should say, like, you're eating an epic or better. Are you sure? Now, the lock system kind of dealt with that, but like maybe you didn't mean to eat an epic and you didn't realize it. So, okay, there we go. I'd probably be farther in a Road to Glory if I hadn't been trying to do all the math here for everyone. Santino, Ricky, bunch of fodder. Come on. Energy. We like energy. We need that in the King of the Ring. Especially since I've been saving up picks and not getting energy. Oh, is it? There we go. Numbers worked out pretty well for us here. I don't know, 0.78. Probably not, but we'll take the pallbearer. So that's our third one, right? I think it's our third. I don't know. We'll go back and count them later. We're just going to do the picks now. Again, law of large numbers on that. Every 12 to 13 picks, or every 12 and a half picks, you're going to get your rare. Over the course of thousands and thousands and thousands of picks. Charisma, crap. For me, top left corner. I should always go to the top left corner. It always seems lucky for me. It's funny, I'm sitting here talking about luck after I've just explained all the mathematics behind it, and that the top left corner has every bit the chance that every other one has. Hey, rare stop sign. No bueno. Power boost. Well, it's always nice when you nail it right off the bat. Now, he's got some bad news for me. I got some bad news for you. You're not getting any good cards. Bo. I could do this and like look up. That way y'all can see my face. Shawn Michaels. No, thank you, Shawn. Take that super kick and shove it up your, well, Sting's face, actually. Night card limit again. More feeding of the bad guy. Let's see how high we can get him by the time we're done here. We're certainly, and mathematically, I would earn a tiny bit more XP if I combine some of these first. It's not enough more XP for me to stop and do it. Sure. Get rid of those. Let's go pick some more. 30 more. See, this is why with my luck I have to play King of the Ring. Because I don't get good cards otherwise. I got to earn them. I'm going to take the random number generator out of it. And that's, by the way, how they choose like what you're going to fight on. Is it going to be speed, or is it going to be toughness and charisma, or whatever? So basically it's a 1 to 10. It's the same way how procs work. Procs have a certain percentage and they go off at a certain percentage of the time. Oh, uncool. Yeah, Ricky. No good, Ricky. No, though we're pretty much filling up our energy all the way. Almost. Got up to 8. That's good. Diesel. So we pulled one thing decent so far, but really, that seems about right. And that's it. We are done. Those are 100 picks. Paul Bearer was the only thing that we got that was not rare or a boost. Now, again, my numbers aren't correct. They could be higher or lower, but, I mean, that's about what I expected. Though if you had told me I was going to get nothing, I wouldn't have been shocked either. So I'd love to get your comments. Did you like the little math lesson? Did you think it was just lame? If you work for Cat Daddy and you see this, you're welcome to say, hey, Scott, you're wrong. It doesn't work this way. I prefer that if you did, it came from one of the programmers who actually programmed it, because I think some of the people don't know how it actually works there. But this is how random events have occurred in games for as long as they've been out there. It uses random number generators, and there are a bunch of different ways that they use to generate the numbers, but they do it as close as possible to pure random. So let me know what you think. Normally we'll just play more Supercard, though I am going to have to get in here on a... We accidentally hit +1 once on the Undertaker, so we're just going to start one there. I'll finish it probably on my stream. Let me know what you think, guys. And speaking of numbers, if you'd like some points in our channel, or some domes, if you will, chances to win those gift cards, our secret word of the day is math. So we're going to a new system now. You go to winner.thegamersdome.com. So, like, if you look like right down there where it says thegamersdome.com, in front of that, put winner dot. That's what that's going to do is it's going to take you to a Google Doc form. It's going to ask you for three things. It's going to ask you for your Twitch name, which you have to be on Twitch and following in our channel to win. So if you're haven't already done that, do that. It's going to ask you what the word of the day is, which is math for today. And it's also going to ask you, where did you see it from? I don't want people guessing. So you'd be like, yeah, I saw this on YouTube. Hit submit. If you are one of the first, what number do I want to throw today? I'm going to say, we're going to say 7 and 7 today, because that meant that you listened to my math lesson. If you're one of the first 7 people, you will get 7 domes. Sound fair for having to sit here and do math on like a Friday afternoon when I'm sure no one cared about doing math? Anyway, this is Scott for the Gamers Dome, and we'll see you next time, guys.